Welcome back to the dimecomicbros podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Collin, joined by Jacob.
Hello.
Spencer isn't here with us because he had to go to a concert, which is more important than his job, I guess.
Honestly, I would have gone to the show too if I had been anywhere close. But I'm
I,
not. I'm
I
across the country.
alone. I would have done the show alone.
You absolutely would have. And that would have been very difficult for you because it is a news week with a lot of news.
I think it'd be pretty fun if I did a show, if I just did like one episode by myself.
I'm not sure Spencer trusts us enough to let one of us do the show by ourselves.
Well, good thing we're a democracy and we can vote against him.
He is not our monarch. No more kings.
No more kings. Down with them. Peg the rich. All right.
Why buy a comic that might cost more than a dime? Come meet the brothers who are here to waste your time.
Our first little bit of news is from comicbook.com. The latest Dawn of DC title has been revealed, and it involves a legendary DC team up. During DC's panel at MegaCon Orlando, fans were given the first look at the new Batman and Robin series. The series, which will launch in September, will be from writer Joshua Williamson and artist Simon D. Mayo. Sorry if I said that incorrectly. In Batman and Robin, after Batman versus Robin and Lazarus Planet, Bruce and Damian Wayne are back together again, investigating mysterious new cases and monsters in Gotham. So they're just kind of like back to normal. I don't know anything about this. I'm not following anything uh, Batman related in the comics right now. I only do like the short stories and like the most popular shit.
The the Lazarus Planet thing has been going on for quite a while, and I don't know. I like you said, I don't know anything about it. I haven't been following it, so okay, I guess.
Hunter knows way more than us, but he's here now.
DC and Adult Swim released the first teaser for My Adventures with Superman coming soon. What did you think of the trailer?
Anime Superman, and he's got a big package.
That sounds good. That sounds like something you would enjoy watching.
It is. It is. That is something I would enjoy watching. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about it. The art doesn't look bad at all. It's like Americanized anime. Like at least you can definitely tell it's a 2023 or 20 whenever it's coming out. 2023 animation style in studio, but it's definitely influenced by the older Americanized anime shows that we got growing up in the early 2000s, early slash mid 2000s. I don't have any huge expectations. It's not like I'm not looking forward to it, and I'm not looking forward to it, but it's I'm not against it. I'll probably watch it. You?
That's cool. I despite our monarch telling us so many times to watch all the trailers that were in the news, I work a lot. And I didn't see any trailers. So if I can find a way to watch this, I might, but I don't have like cable or anything. So
It's
I
YouTube.
guess I'll have to wait until it goes to HBO Max or something.
Oh, to watch it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, I honestly, yeah, I'll probably just watch it when it goes to HBO, HBO Max. But I mean, that's what Spencer gets for not putting any YouTube links in here, except for the one. So from StarWars.com, following the events of Star Wars, The Bad Batch Season 2, it was confirmed that Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023 that Season 3 is on the way, arriving on Disney Plus in 2024. Announced by executive producers Brad Rao, Jennifer Corbett, and Athena Portillo. I'm saying all these names wrong. At the Bad Batch panel. That's where they said it. And it will be the final season as Lucasfilm finishes telling this part of the story. I'm Currently watching Bad Batch season 2. I didn't watch it as it came out because first we didn't cover it, and I can't really remember why. And two, I just was not in a Star Wars mood for a long time, and now I'm kind of like getting back in there a little bit, and I forgot how much I love clones. But this is kind of like a sad part of the timeline. Like events right after episode 3 of Star Wars. It's so hard to get into because it's just so grim and dark feeling, like tonally. I don't know. Usually I like that stuff, but when it comes to Star Wars, it makes me like really sad. But I'm watching it now and it's really cool. And I'm excited that we're gonna get season 3, but I'm more excited that they're stopping at season 3 and not having this go on for like more seasons than it should.
Interesting. I have not paid attention to season 2 because I really want to finish like all the Clone Wars and just catch up to where the Bad Batch is starting so I can understand what's going on, because I was missing a lot of stuff in the first season of Bad Batch. So
Right.
good, I guess.
But I am glad that they're stopping at season 3 because we do get a lot of shows that last way longer than they should. And I'm not saying that about Clone Wars. I think Clone Wars got a really good ending and that it deserved, like after years of being canceled. But yeah, this will be cool.
From StarWars.com, at the Star Wars Visions panel, at Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023, Lucasfilm and Disney Plus revealed the official trailer for Star Wars Visions Volume 2, the follow-up to the critically acclaimed debut season of the animated anthology series. True to the spirit of the show, Volume 2 will feature 9 new shorts from 9 studios from across the globe, all with their own unique take on the saga. I don't feel like I need to see the trailer. I will be watching this when it comes out. I am excited.
It'll be cool, I think. I don't know. I'm not looking as forward to it as I did like season 1 because I really only liked maybe 2 or 3 episodes in season 1. But nonetheless, I'll still watch it, of course. From StarWars.com, man, basically all these are from StarWars.com.
Pretty much.
The trailer for Ahsoka, coming August 2023 to Disney Plus, was revealed during Lucasfilm Studio Showcase at Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023, a major moment for the title character and her longtime fans. The trailer features Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka Tano, in addition to Sabine Wren, played by Natasha Liu Bordizzo, something like that, and Hera Syndulla, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead. That is the same girl that played the dyed hair, short hair girl in Scott Pilgrim, also known as Ewan McGregor's wife.
Really? I thought you were going to say wasn't she Huntress in Birds of Prey?
Yep. And it's the main bad guy in Sky High.
And she was in other things and other stuffs.
Yep, love her. And
that we would definitely list if we've seen them.
Yes. And furthermore, we'll be introduced to our favorite grumpy droid, Chopper, among others, clearly incorporating elements from the beloved Star Wars Rebels animated series and The Mandalorian.
Before we go on, you should swap out your chair. You're squeaking really bad.
I cannot swap out a chair. Every chair is the
same. Okay. You're excited.
I'm excited to see our favorite. Wow, what's the word? I keep ruining these type of jokes, these bits with my words. I'm excited to see our favorite war criminal droid come to the live action version of Star Wars. because I love that little murdering bot that swears constantly.
That is a fascinating take, my guy.
Did you know that he's a war criminal?
No, I'm excited for Mary Elizabeth Winstead as mommy in hockey pants.
Yes, that too. But I'm also excited to see Mommy Ahsoka.
Yeah, true.
Um,
All of the moms. Star Wars moms.
Star Wars moms are good.
That's the next TV show that they announced actually is Star Wars Moms.
That would be amazing. I'd watch that. Star Wars moms. All right.
More from StarWars.com. Dave Filoni announced at the same stupid freaking long named celebration in Europe that Star Wars Tales of the Jedi will return for a second season on Disney Plus. The news came as a surprise, but a welcome one at the end of a panel celebrating the 15th anniversary of Star Wars The Clone Wars. Tales of the Jedi was so fun the first time I decided to do some more, he said. This is no surprise because he wrote the plot of each episode on a freaking plain bar napkin, and it's just more of the same show that he loves and loves to create. So
I'm excited.
I'm not surprised at all.
I am very excited because I love Tales of the Jedi, the first season. I love that so much. I love the 3 episodes of Count Dooku. I should not be expecting more of Count Dooku backstory. I mean, they could do stuff when he was like more stuff when he was a Master Jedi or even a Jedi Knight, and maybe take some stuff from the Lost Jedi book. I'm pretty sure that's the title, The Lost Jedi. They could take some stuff from that book, or even from that other Adventures book. But nonetheless, even if we don't get any more Count Dooku, because he's my fave, I'm still very excited because I love getting more stuff from the Clone Wars era.
I want to clarify that I am excited. I enjoyed the first batch despite not really having the context for some of them. It's just no surprise. It's quick, easy ways for Dave to fill in lore in a show that is his baby. So
Yeah, I just love the Count Dooku stuff. That's just so cool. Wish he wasn't seduced by an old bureaucrat. Oh boy. Okay, here we go, folks. Here's a long one for Collin to read. From StarWars.com, during Lucasfilm Studio Showcase at Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023, Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy announced that 3 new live-action Star Wars films are on the way. Wow, one that no one fucking asked for. Helming the movies are James Mangold, who did Logan, Indiana Jones, and the Dial of Destiny. That's a new one coming out, right?
yep.
Oh, okay. Dave Filoni, of course, The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, and The Clone Wars. And Academy Award and Emmy Award winning director Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, who did Miss Marvel and Saving Face. James Mangold's movie will go back to the dawn of the Jedi. Okay, maybe I am a little excited for this now. While Dave Filoni's will focus on the New Republic and close out the interconnected stories told in The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and other Disney Plus series. Sharmeen's film will be set after the events of Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker and feature Daisy Ridley back as Rey as she builds a new Jedi Order. I don't give a shit. You had your chance. Those 3 movies. And you fucked it up. And there's a whole fucking spiel on the news that I don't think really matters. It's just reiterating what I just told you guys.
I hope Daisy Ridley gets a fair chance for a successful movie because I think she deserves it.
He deserves it. It's just I don't trust Disney at all for a new movie. They can only really do stuff that's like filling in gaps between things. But I agree with you. I hope this is good for her because ever since Star Wars, she has like not had a gig like at all.
James Mangold's movie going back to the Dawn of the Jedi smells like what is it? The Old Republic, and uh, insert like 5 wide eye emojis after that because I'm down. I'm really down for that. And then Dave Filoni's all of his shows circle jerking each other into a finale is good, I guess. I need to watch them all though. I'm still behind.
It's fine. I'm not too excited about Dave Filoni's. I mean, that one's cool, but I really want Old Republic stuff, and I especially want, whether it's Old Republic or not, I want a show or like a movie about like Darth Bane, dude. I know we'll never get it, but I want one so bad.
Exclusive from CBR.com, Mike Mignola is expanding Dark Horse's Hellboy universe with 2 brand new titles. CBR has the exclusive reveal that Mignola is working with co-writer Chris Robertson on 2 brand new titles set within the world of Hellboy. Hellboy and the BPRD 1957 From Below is a new one-shot releasing on July 12th of this year. From Mignola Robertson, artist Mike Norton, colorist Lee Lowridge, and cover artist Lawrence Campbell. The synopsis reads, Hellboy, Professor Brutenholm, and BPRD agent Archie Muraro investigate an abandoned sawmill that is rumored to be haunted. But when they get there, an unexpected discovery reveals an even stranger source for the rumors. Hellboy creator Mike Mignola and longtime collaborator Chris Robertson team up with artist Mike Norton and colorist Dave Stewart for a new story of strange doings. Tanya the Mummy's Curse is a new prequel series set millenniums before Hellboy ever walked the earth, releasing on July 12th, which is the same day. Tanya the Mummy's Curse #1 comes from Mignola Robertson, artist Christopher Mitten, colorist Michelle Madsen, and letterer Clem Robbins. The synopsis for the new series' first issue reads, thousands of years before Hellboy, BPRD, and Ragnarok, there was Panya. As a girl, she witnessed the fall of a dynasty and was gifted or cursed with visions of the beginning, the end, and the coming of the dragon. Mike Mignola and Chris Robertson joined creative forces with artist Christopher Mitten and colorist Michelle Madsen to bring Penya's story to life.
Very excited, as always, for another something from Mike Mignola. Probably won't be my favorite, but it will still have my money nonetheless. So
yeah, he's not in any of it, it seems, which is too bad.
You're cutting up pretty good.
Ugh.
No, you're fine now.
He's not arting any of it, which is too bad.
No, he really hasn't arted any comics for a while, actually. But that's fine as long as he's writing it for me. From DC.com, superstar writer Mark Waid from Superman Birthright is returning with JLA artist Brian Hitch for a 3-issue DC Black Label miniseries, Superman, The Last Days of Lex Luthor. Superman's biggest foe is dying, and the Man of Steel will travel across worlds, dimensions, and time to find the cure for him. But why? Wade is also expanding his smash hit World's Finest series with World's Finest Teen Titans, a modern retelling of the early adventures of the Teen Titans featuring artwork by Emanuela Lupacchino. Wow, these are some names, dude. Emanuela Lupacchino.
That is the most name of all the names I've seen.
Yes. In this in the 3-issue DC Black Label series, Superman, The Last Days of Lex Luthor, Superman learns Lex Luthor is dying and wants the Man of Steel to help him find the cure for whatever is causing his rapid decline. While the world wants to say good riddance to Luthor, Superman will go to the ends of the universe through different dimensions and across time to save his foe. But just why does he want to save the person who's spent his life trying to destroy him? And will he even be able to find the solution? Well, folks, I got the answer for you for that. Because he's fucking Superman. That's the whole point of Superman. But anyways, World's Finest, Teen Titans, is spinning out of the pages of the runaway hit Batman/Superman World's Finest, and features a modern retelling of the early adventures of the original Teen Titans, led by Robin the Boy Wonder. A new super team has burst onto the scene. Meet the Teen Titans, DC's grooviest group, full of super teens with super problems. When they're not fighting alongside their Justice League mentors, they're managing their image and cultivating the rapid fan base that helps them save the world. As all the while, a danger from the shadows intends to tear these friends apart before they ever reach the big time. Before they were the Titans of the DCU, they were the Teen Titans, and you won't want to miss this fresh take on their origins. So,
I have something.
yeah, go for it.
I think you're wrong about the Superman book. I think he's going to go to the ends of his abilities, which is very far, and find that he can't beat death. And it's going to be a big punch to the gut to the Man of Steel.
Oh, no, I wasn't saying he's going to find the cure. I was answering the question on why. Because he's Superman. That's why. Duh.
I see.
Yeah, but finding the cure, yeah, no, I agree with you totally. It's going to be this like whole thing, and it's going to be like an actual heart-wrenching moment type of thing where he's like, I can't save everyone, can I?
Yeah, exactly.
I like those. And I don't really care about the Teen Titans thing right now.
Yeah, me either.
I always say that if I don't see shit, I don't care. Really, words are words, and I think most people are kind of like that, unless if they're already really into this stuff.
I don't think I've ever had a Teen Titans thing like grab my attention. It's always been like, eh.
I think for me, it was always just like the Teen Titans show, the original one.
Yeah, I missed out on that one.
And then Young Justice.
Yep, missed out on that one as a kid too.
Those were great.
Exclusive from Deadline.com, Ryan Reynolds is looking to get the gang back together again for Marvel's new Deadpool sequel, as Marina Baccarin and Stefan Kapicic are set to reprise their roles as Vanessa and Colossus, respectively. I don't know. I'd kind of like to see Marina Baccarin as Colossus. But anyway, Reynolds recently announced Karen Sony and Leslie Uggams would return as Dopinder and Blind Al, who, like Vanessa and Colossus, appeared in the first two films.
Didn't Vanessa die in the second film?
Yep.
What the fuck?
Maybe they go off of that really funny comic line where Deadpool falls in love with Death, or Lady Death, or whatever it is.
Vanessa?
I wasn't gonna go there. Maybe Lady Death brings Vanessa back for a hot minute and is like, "Do you love me more than her?" I don't know.
I feel like it'd be cool if Lady Death looked like Vanessa.
Okay,
Makes sense.
that'd be funny too.
Because he's already loved Vanessa so much. I feel like that would be cool. I like your take though. That's cool. I love that.
It wasn't really my take, but I'll steal it anyway. That is funny.
That's your take. Nope, not covering that. Don't care.
What?
It's just the first trailer for Marvel Studios. The Marvels has arrived, uniting Carol Danvers, Monica Rambeau, and also Carol Danvers' #1 fan, Kamala Khan. Wow, cannot say her name.
It's Kamala Khan.
It is Kamala Khan on a cosmic adventure. Find the first look at how and why, blah, blah, blah. The nutrients, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's a movie about the three of them having powers, and they're all connected because every single time that they use their powers, they like teleport to each other or they like swap spaces and time and shit. It's weird. That's all I can really surmise from the trailer.
Do you think this movie is gonna be marvelous?
I don't think it's going to be worse than Ant-Man, so
Oh gosh, I hope not.
I'll at least give it that.
From Marvel.com, who can you trust? During ESPN's Sunday Night Baseball, the trailer for Marvel Studios' espionage thriller Secret Invasion debuted, giving a peek at what new threat Nick Fury is going to have to deal with. In Secret Invasion, set in the present-day MCU, Fury learns of a clandestine invasion of Earth by a faction of shape-shifting Skrulls. Fury joins his allies, including Everett Ross, Maria Hill, and the Skrull Talos, who has made a life for himself on Earth. Together, they race against time to thwart an imminent Skrull invasion and save humanity. This will be good, I think. Probably. Mostly.
I don't really care as much, but
Wow.
I just don't really care about the Marvel movies anymore. So yeah, that's my take on it. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
What do you think?
I already said I think this will be good or mostly good, probably.
You did say that. From DC.com, the dark, moody, and futuristic streets of Neo Gotham and its protector return this summer in an all-new series by co-writers Collin Kelly and Jack Lansing, with artist Max Dunbar in Batman Beyond Neo Gothic. Terry McGinnis defeated the evil AI controlling Neo Gotham and asserted himself as the one true Batman, but his next battle will bring him to the remains of Old Gotham. Children are going missing and being swallowed by the city's old bones. Batman Beyond will have to go underground, led by a mysterious splicer named Kyle, the Catboy, to find the children and confront the city's buried sins. What happened to the green of the city? What happened to the magic? And what villains never left Old Gotham? This is not the hold on. This is not I'm sorry. This is not the Batman Beyond from Beyond the White Knight. This is following the regular Batman Beyond run, as far as I can tell.
Yes.
I would say I'm interested in this, but I don't follow like any of the Batman Beyond stuff at the moment. I would like to. It just seems like it's a little difficult to get into. I know at this point, Bruce Wayne is like dead, and the Wayne Manor's gone, the Batcave's gone. I just don't know where he's operating out of, but I might actually jump in eventually.
Wow.
Yeah. So as far as I'm aware, that is all the news.
That is all the news, and I think we're running out of time. But I don't see a timer.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes left.
Ooh. Did you watch this week's episode of Mandalorian?
Of course, I watched this week, so that was
Of course I did. What do you think? I'm a freaking noob at this. I watch all the Mandalorian episodes.
Dude, it's like the first thing I do every Wednesday morning because I need to see Mommy Mando. Okay.
Okay. So what do you think?
I actually loved it a lot. I think we should have seen more of the Mandos the entire season. I think this is probably one of the best episodes where we actually see them trying to take back Mandalore, and we should have seen Moff Gideon. We should have seen him a long time ago, rather than just like 2 episodes ago they talked about him or they've been talking about him. We should have seen the shadow cancel a long time ago. Um, but it was really cool to see that reappear, and it would have been a cooler twist to know that he's on Mandalore, that he's been at Mandalore this entire time. It would have been way cooler if they like talked about that earlier in the season. But it's nice that we see that now. The entire battles between them and the Mando troopers is cool. It's kind of gimmicky, but it's still kind of cool. And Spencer's talking about how they're spies. The episode's called Spies, and we don't we know of one spy, the one that's in the New Republic system, and I agreed upon a theory that I heard that the Mandalorian that I cannot remember her name is the one that has the braids across her face, across her forehead, that it's in like an X shape. I feel like she is the spy because of how she's acted. And I looked back on clips that people have shared of how she acted in season two and in just the lines that she said now. In like the last episode where she said, "Yeah, Mandalorians have honor. We just have to have enough credits to have us on your side." Shit like that. I'm like, that makes sense. What do you think?
I was very happy when they actually said in the episode Taking Back Mandalore.
We have 1 minute, by the way.
No, you pretty much covered all the bases. It looked good. The story progressed very far finally, and it felt good.
I do like that we also had Mandalorians that were still on Mandalore and they're like sweaty as fuck and they have a makeshift like land boat. That was cool.
It was cool that their logo was already on Mommy Mandalore's helmet, so she's uniting even more Mandalorians.
Yeah. I just didn't like the whole baby Grogu is in the IG unit. I think that was kind of dumb. I hope that it gets destroyed or it's never used again. Because
It's used to sell toys.
yeah, that's it. I knew that. But like I hope it just doesn't stay long.
It's gonna sell Lego minifigs.
Ugh. All right. Well, I guess that wraps up our take on Mandalorian episode. So, what have you read or consumed of nerdy media this week?
I did a themed week. I'm so proud of myself.
Oh my word! Of course, you did a themed week.
I will start it off with the movie Sinister from 2012.
Oh,
It is directed by Scott Derrickson and it stars Ethan Hawke, Spoopy Moom God.
mm-hmm.
A true crime writer played by Ethan Hawke moves into a new house because he's investigating a new thing, and then spoopy things start happening, and his waifu is not happy with him because he's not keeping her informed despite her saying, "I don't want to know." And I've watched a bunch of video essays about this movie because it's rated R.
Yeah.
But there's no sex. There's allegedly 2 uses of the fuck word, but apparently they're you only know they're there when the subtitles are on. Like you can't hear them, and there's hardly any gore. So it's just a really, really well made spoopy movie. It's scary, and I don't know. It's just really, really well done. This movie got under my skin, and that doesn't happen very often. Usually because spoopy movies are just shit. I just laugh at how bad they are. But this one is really well made. It's a good movie, despite it being really dark and gross. I don't know. I didn't expect it to be so good when I started it, and I was hooked. I don't want to give anything away. The video essays I watched online said that the director pretty much included a couple of lame jump scares, I guess, like two. One, especially at the very end of the movie, just to like remind you that this is a horror movie. It's not. I don't know. Seeing it from that perspective made it better, I guess. But I was kind of disappointed that they stooped so low to include such a cheap, dumb jump scare like at the end of the credits. Basically, it was like the very last thing from the movie. It was like boom. I don't know.
That's kind of lame. But you said it was
After,
otherwise?
yeah. It. Besides that, it was just atmospheric, I guess. It told its story really, really well. It was very dark, as in, well, thematically too, but just very hard to see. I thought to myself several times watching it, like, man, I would have pissed myself if I saw this in the movie theater. Like, yeah, very, very good movie. I think I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. The only movie beating it out this year that I've watched this year so far is Bullet Train.
Okay.
What have you done?
So I started a thing. I started reading a thing. And something I've been wanting to get into. I went to Stairway to Heaven's Comics, and I accidentally bought the the cashier there was like, "Oh, you know this is the second book, right?" And I'm like, "Oh crap. Well, order me the first book anyways." And
did you say you accidentally bought something?
Yes, I accidentally bought the second book to The Authority, which is a DC comic. And I didn't read the second one yet, but I have been reading the first one on Kindle Unlimited. And I am probably going to be just talking about the first 4 issues because I haven't read the whole thing. But the first 4 issues are an introduction, and the synopsis goes as follows. Following the decimation of Stormwatch, basically this Earth's Justice League, and the destruction of Skywatch, which is their Justice League tower, it was destroyed by an alien infestation. Former member of Stormwatch, Black, which is basically Justice League Dark, Jenny Sparks, who's basically Constantine, created the Authority alongside her Stormwatch Black teammates, which is Swift, basically Hawk Girl, and Jack Hawksmoor, which is kind of like his own character, and with the goal to change the world no matter what it takes. So the first 4 issues, we were introduced into this world, and there's quite a bit of exposition in the beginning, which sucked. So I had to like really bear with it because I wanted to read this. And there's this evil dude who wants to basically burn the mark of his religious sect into the earth, like literally burn the mark into the earth. And he basically wants to be evil just because it's fun. And Stormwatch is the Justice League of this earth with the heroes Jenny, I think her name is Jenny Sparks. We have Jenny Sparks. We have Swift, Jax Hawksmoor, the Doctor, the Engineer, Apollo, and the Midnighter. And Jenny Sparks is a character who has electricity powers, but she's British, so she's basically like Constantine, but a girl. And then we have Apollo, which is Superman. We have, except he's like this basically Apollo, the sun god. That's what they call him and shit like that. We have the Midnighter, who is Batman. Swift, Hawk Girl, the Doctor. He's also known as a shaman. He's kind of like, imagine the Avatar from Last Airbender mixed with, I guess, just magic everything. I'm trying to find like a superhero from DC that it is, but he comes from like a long line of doctors from like basically the dawn of time, and all of them have all the knowledge and experience and instill it into him, and he gets to talk to them. So in that way, he's like the Avatar, like Aang, but he has all these weird magical powers. And it's kind of like Doctor Strange, but not really. Then we also have the engineer, who is like has this. She's a scientist who mixed, who like basically instead of 9 pints of blood, she has 9 pints of like this nanotech liquid that makes her like cybernetic. So she's like cyborg mixed with Martian Manhunter, and she's the one that just has all this crazy like technology and whatever, and she has powers, and she's naked in silver. That's like her. And then we have Jack Hawksmoor, who basically has the power to connect to he's like connected to the heart of every city, so he can like teleport through cities. And he's like wears a suit, and he's just got regular hair, and he's got red eyes, and he's got like no shoes on, but under his feet they have like these weird sole texture underneath, like a shoe. His powers are kind of vague to me, other than that power that I just said. And Midnighter has powers. So far, all I can tell is he's basically like fast and super strong, but they haven't really introduced what his powers are. Mainly, the whole story is that they're trying to stop this big bad, and we're introduced to the whole world that they live in, and they're like the aftermath of the old Justice League just being destroyed. And they used to be like connected to the military and or to the government and all that, and they were funded. But their place that they like their headquarters is in this like sentient ship that is a part of Earth, but it's not in Earth. It's like traveling through all these vague areas. Like it travels through the realm of the sleeping, what's the word? Telepaths. And you just see tons of faces on the ground. They're all like tons of different colors, like rainbow and shit like that. And there's also like it goes through the realm of the blood, the blood of the timeline and shit like that. Super vague areas, and it's really cool. And the ship, like they figured out that they can ask the ship to go to certain places, or even teleport to Earth, but they can't teleport to any other planet because the ship wants to stay at Earth. It like really likes being here, and it likes going through all these realms that are connected to Earth. So it's inside Earth, but it's not part of Earth, but it is a part of Earth. And because of that, they're able to teleport to any point in Earth through these portals that they call doors. All they have to do is to go to the room that has the portals, and it's like this weird yellow portal, and they go through that, and it goes to anywhere that they want on Earth. And to reopen the portal from Earth, they just say door, and it opens, and it brings them back to the ship. So it's got a lot of really cool concepts, and nothing's bad so far. I'm really enjoying the read right now, and I would actually tell other people to check it out too, especially because we're going to be getting a live action movie, I believe. Anyways, I know that there's going to be a live action something that's going to be in our new DC lineup in the new DC universe. So this is why I checked it out, and I give it a I actually give it a 6 out of 7 right now.
Wow.
It's
6
pretty.
out of 7.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's cool. Except for like the exposition in the beginning. Otherwise, it's a lot of fun just seeing this new thing. It's almost like it's kind of like The Boys, except like superheroes are good. You know,
Mm.
that's one thing I've read this week. What have you consumed? What else?
The other horror movie I watched this week was Insidious, directed by James Wan. Oh, sorry, it came out in 2010. It stars Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne, and it was directed by James Wan. A family moves into a new house, and then one of their kids gets sick and doesn't get better, and it leads to a whole bunch of spooky things happening.
Spoopy thing.
And you would think the house is haunted, but it's actually the kid is haunted.
Oh,
This one relied on a lot more. I think Spencer said it well when he said it was just lower quality horror. It relied on a lot of jump scares and a lot of the same, a lot of horror movie tropes, or at the very least, it created a bunch of modern horror movie tropes, I guess.
it's like an older film.
2010,
Oh, okay,
but it was
but you're saying that it
it was
created a lot of tropes.
yeah, it was like right at the peak of like the paranormal activity and all the,
Oh, ew.
you know what I mean? It was part of the big new horror movies.
Right.
Um uh, it's difficult to honestly review it after watching Sinister. And just because it's a different quality horror movie. Um I actually got about halfway through this viewing and was like, wait a minute. The reason I'm predicting this is because I've seen it before. I had completely forgotten that I'd seen it before, like all the way through. I remembered the twist at the end, like all of a sudden I was like, oh, wait a minute. It ends on a huge cliffhanger. Um, so I guess that's kind of a backhanded compliment because I remembered the plot points and they're good. There's really good twists in it. Um, but a lot of the scares are just, I don't know, common. It's what you would expect from like an American horror story or something. Like everybody does these kinds of scares now. Stellar cast. I like watching the people I named: Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne. They are very, very good actors. I like them in other things. Yes,
Yes.
this movie got a 3.5 out of 5. So Sinister has a resounding hatred for the sequel. Like nobody's got anything nice to say about it.
Oof.
And I plan to not watch that one. But Insidious seems to be a slow burn, or at least a slow dwindle down in quality. The second one, the sequel, seems to be, just rated pretty much the same as the first one. So I plan on watching that. Maybe next week. We'll see.
All right.
I think you should watch Sinister though. You might like it as an aspiring cinema extraordinaire.
Maybe I've seen it. I can't remember. Sinister. No. No, I have not.
I'll watch it with you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have a
All
little date.
Ooh,
Ooh, it's on HBO Max too.
yes, I know.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. Trying to find a comfortable spot to stay at so the chair doesn't creak. What else have I consumed? Fuck.
Do you need a question?
No, because I know there's a movie. There's got to be a movie I've seen. Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Because I have been watching like some movies and stuff while I'm at work. That's hot. um. Oh, there's a movie I did.
Start, not finish.
Yeah. So, let's see. I already talked about Enemy last week. Fuck, I hate that I do this. Let me check my Netflix.
I'll give you a question. I got one ready to go. It's in the chamber, ready to fire.
It's always like I get one and then I just. All right. Give me that question.
Give me 2 of your favorite horror movies.
Oh.
And why?
Oh,
I guess it doesn't have to be horror movie, but spoopy.
spoopy. Spoopy. I'm not really too big into. Oh, okay. So probably Creep 1, and then what's that second movie? You know the movies that you let me borrow?
I was wondering if you're gonna say that.
The second one. What is it called again?
Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Yeah. So I love Evil Dead. I think it's so much fun. I'm not like obsessed over it, but I thought it was so much fun. It was like one of those. I guess I'm going to start with the franchise. So the first one, it was trying to be something horror, and then they just did goofy things, and I don't think they realized that. And then once they made the second one, they're like, we kind of goofed. Let's just redo it and just make it goofy, because those were actually kind of like the best parts, was the goofy parts. So we're gonna make like a goofy horror gore movie type of thing. So technically it's a sequel, but also it's like not. It's basically like the start of the whole thing again. So there's that, and then there's Creep. Creep follows a. It's a documentary. This guy hires a somewhat well-known cameraman to make a documentary about him, the man who hired him. It's a documentary on everything that he wants to say to his son, because he is going to be dying. Like, he's dying of some unknown illness, and he's going to die soon, and he wants this all to be documented. And through this entire process, it gets weirder and weirder, with like normal stuff of like, hey, this is how you tie a tie, and like talking to his son, and hey, this is how you shine your boots, blah blah blah. And then it gets to bath time, and it's like he's in the bath and he's recording him, and then he starts singing like the song and weird shit, and it just gets uncomfortable. The whole movie is very uncomfortable, and eventually, if I remember correctly, the cameraman finds a bunch of films that have tons of names on them, and finds out that he's done this before, and every single person he's killed. And So eventually he's like, yep, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to stop. We can't have this. And so they stop, and then the creep like wants keeps stalking him and sending him stuff in the mail, and comes eventually comes to his house at the night, cuts power, I'm pretty sure, and cuts like the phone line. He can't call anyone, and it's all recorded, and he kills him. And eventually it goes off on this monologue of saying, you know what, it's all fun, and I've done this a million times, and I hate to do this, but I just want you to know that you are actually my favorite one. You are probably my favorite kill. And then it like basically ends there. I
Wow.
not do that story justice, but it's definitely something everyone should watch. There's at least 2 of them. I haven't watched the second one, but the first one was interesting to watch. It's very uncomfortable. Oh, I'm gonna add a third one because it made me
Wow.
fucking uncomfortable. The Ritual. It's on Netflix. And I forgot about all the A24 films, but like I wanted to do something other than to A24 because I just like A24 anyways. But The Ritual, it's like a Netflix original, I believe. And what it has to do with is all 4 or 5 of these friends plan on going on a trip. And they're going on a trip around the world or whatever, or to this, they're going on a hiking trip. And what happens is while they're planning this, 2 of the friends go into this like drugstore. They're trying to get alcohol. One of them gets shot, and one of them is like basically too much of a pussy to like try to do anything. That's how everyone sees him, but also he's just like trying not to die. But as far as I can remember, he's just trying not to die. It's not like he's not trying to do anything for his friend, but also like I don't know. It's a very awful situation. I have no idea what I would do. I know what I would like to do if I was in that situation, but you never fucking know. And so all the friends decide to go on this hiking trip anyways after the funeral, and they bring his urn with them so they can spread them in the air on top of this mountain. And it's like in Norway or something, if I remember correctly. And as they're going through these hikes, on this hike, they keep going to weird areas where the guy who didn't die in that drugstore keeps getting visions of things and weird dreams. And they're going through the forest and they think something's following them. They end up at a cabin. Something's like attacking them. And eventually they come across this like village of cults. Um, like this cult village that has never seen anyone outside of the cult, and they're worshiping this weird god. It has tons of like Norwegian and actually like Norse mythology like attached to it. I don't want to spoil the end, but it made me very uncomfortable when I first watched it. So I enjoyed it.
Uncomfortable feelings make for a good horror movie.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to really pick one. I just kind of picked some of the because I have a lot of them I just forgot that I do. Because like there's a Shining and shit like that. But yeah, I guess those are the 2 I'll pick for today. That's how I'm feeling.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
You know the other 2 things in life that you should pick?
What's that?
Jeff Lawrence and Caitlin should be your 2 top patrons, your 2 favorite patrons.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because they're the only ones that have gone over to patreon.com/dimecomicbros and signed up under one of the several tiers listed there. They get all kinds of behind the scenes stuff. We might have pulled a sneaky little prank on Spencer today with our recordings because he wasn't present. And that's probably going up on the Patron website as like a special. All kinds of cool things. Also, the bonus show that we record after nearly every episode, Dime Comic Bros Happy Hour. where we just crack open a beer and just talk about our week or just anything that didn't make it into the show. We try to talk about there. We would also like to thank Jetpack Comics and Games in downtown Rochester, New Hampshire. They are doing free comic book day there pretty soon, and we're going to be a part of it, and we're super psyched and stuff.
Yeah, and I'll be selling prints of my stuff from Melancholy Gray, my art name-ish, my tag, also known as Momin. So if you want some cool prints of my stuff and some free stickers from dimecomicbros podcast, you can get them there at Free Comic Book Day, and most likely will be in the Governor's Inn again in Rochester. We don't know exactly where at the moment, I believe, but as soon as we know, we will be plugging it on our socials and most likely next week's episode. So make sure to check us out and
Couple things.
or something.
Couple things. We're definitely at the Governor's Inn. Two, you're selling your art. I'll be selling my body for profit. So I couldn't commit to the bit. You laughed too hard.
Oh.
Next week, we are definitely talking about something, but I don't remember what. So it'll be just as much a surprise for me as our listeners. Please tune in next week.
Bye-bye.
What'd you say?
What?
Huh? What?
Huh? Oh my god. Look at that tongue.
Want to do happy hour?
Yeah.